Hi there, Rissy here with another book for you. And today is a very, very, very special day because it's my nephew Lucas's 3rd birthday. So I'm reading him a book that's come straight from the region where he lives, New England. The book is called Clarence, the Cranberry Who Couldn't Bounce by Jim Coogan. All right, Lucas, strap on your seatbelt because it's going to be a bumpy ride. Clarence, the Cranberry Who Couldn't Bounce. All right, let's hear about this cranberry. The peeper frogs had finished their spring song. The days were long and sunny. It was summer in the cranberry bog. It's not summer here yet. I don't know what the weather's like where you are, but it's super rainy this week. The pretty cranberry blossoms were visited by busy little bees. By midsummer, the small green berries were formed. One of these berries was Clarence, and there were millions of his relatives. Clarence had many famous ancestors. Did you know that the cranberries greeted the Pilgrims in 1620? And these cranberries were very revolutionary. Liberty tree, eat cranberry, no tea. Patriots won, Tories none. Some even went on long ocean voyages. But as he hung from his vine in the sun, Clarence grew large and strong. He obeyed his mother and father and followed all the rules that good cranberries should. He never got too hot. He drank lots of water, and he made sure that worms stayed away from him. Stop! No worms near me. In fact, Clarence was a pretty cranberry in all ways except one. Whoop. Clarence could not bounce. He tried everything he could think of because he knew that cranberries have to bounce to be perfect. But despite his best efforts, it was still whoop. A perfect cranberry has to bounce through the sorting machine at harvest time. Berries that didn't bounce were not taken. Oh, he watched his friends and relatives as they practiced bouncing all around him. Clarence was getting desperate. It was starting to look hopeless. Whoop. He felt so embarrassed that he began to turn red. No, I didn't turn red. Clarence was so busy worrying about his bouncing that he never even noticed that all the other cranberries were also turning red. He thought that he must be too heavy to bounce. So he went on a diet and he began to exercise. The cooler nights were a sign that autumn was near. The cranberry bog was flooded and Clarence felt a great noise coming toward him. Clarence held his breath as the noise came closer. And suddenly he was thrown from side to side and he lost his grip on the vine. And just like a cork, he popped to the surface of the water. It was very, very scary. From the flooded bog, he was shoveled up a ramp into a big truck. And after a long ride, he was dumped into a sorting chute at the cranberry packing plant. Clarence found himself heading toward the sorting machine. He was lifted higher and higher and higher and then dumped into the sorting machine. Inside the machine, it was very dark. And he felt himself falling. Down he went. It wasn't exactly a ping, but it wasn't a whoop either. He rested in the box with a sigh of relief. Phew. When it counted, he had made it. But just when he was beginning to relax and feel successful, Clarence felt himself being picked up out of the box. Clarence heard a loud voice shout, "Hey, Fred, here's another one." He was placed in a large bowl with other cranberries. He was sure the men thought he really hadn't bounced on his own. The men took the bull out of the sorting room and away from the packing plant. Clarence was miserable. Oh, Clarence. But Clarence soon learned that he shouldn't have worried. He had been chosen, along with the other berries in the bowl, as the finest of the harvest. He was the star of the grand display at the Cranberry Festival. And if you look very carefully, you can see him. Can you find Clarence? Can you, Lucas? Can everyone else that's watching find Clarence too? Well, if you are sitting there, I want you to please say, "Happy birthday, Lucas!" because he just turned 3, and that's a good age. All right, y'all. Until next time, have a great day.